I'm Shane.
I'm Bo.
We are your Kentucky Fried Critics.
Around the world in 30 days, 80 days.
Well, I don't know how many days they did it.
They said in in the thing it says the game says 30 days, but I thought it was always around the world in 80 days. You know the book?
That's the book. I don't know if the chipmunks care about the book.
The literary significance. It's not canon.
I don't think it was top of their mind to care about H.G. Wells and what he thought we were doing around the world in.
Fuck it, around the world in an hour and 10 minutes.
But so yes, guys, for anyone who doesn't know, and I know that we mentioned the movie, and forgive me everybody, this is a bad habit of mine. Despite the fact that we are ahead on recording, I still am never ahead on editing. So I do not actually know what we did or did not say.
I don't remember. It was a week ago.
And we drank heavily, and it was a strong beer last week.
Yeah, it was. Oh, see, it's still kidding me.
But yeah, so I do know that we mentioned that we were doing this movie. This is the Chipmunk Adventure. But I don't know if we said everything we needed to. And so if this is if you're hearing this a second time, I'm sorry. If you're not, then all right. I'm glad that we stopped and did this.
Hey. Welcome to the circus, man.
Exactly. But we are doing a month-long, all of April.
Yep.
This is our kickoff of kid-friendly because we want our kids to come in. Jack is going to be here for the whole month, and my daughter is making her grand entrance.
Little Willow.
Today is going to be her first one.
She's excited.
She is. But on that, we also, as you already heard, this is not the modern Chipmunk movie.
No, screw that one. Boo.
Well, all of my kids' picks for this month are our movies.
I know. Your kids picked awesome movies this month.
And that is what I want everybody to understand. This is not
Yeah, we didn't pick this.
None of these were my picks. I told my daughter, she's been excited. She's been wanting to do this for a while. She technically has done one or two. But much like the episode we had to cut Jack out, the year one, we had to cut Jack out of because he
kept hitting the microphone. She was trying to eat it.
And so she has recorded other bits, but she has never been in an episode because she's not real great.
She's little.
Well, we've been practicing. And so today's the day.
Did you get her a fake microphone?
I've just been
little podcast training.
I've just been letting her come in here whenever like we're done.
Yeah, and everything's turned off.
And just like practice like not grabbing the thing in front of her.
It's gonna pick up what you say without touching it.
Yes. You don't have to be
sit there and twiddle your thumbs.
Yeah. You remember how she used to be.
Yeah.
Eating. Yeah, like literally just like mouth on the microphone.
Gonna chew on it.
And so, yeah, this one was her pick, though. I told her, I said, all right, if you want, when we'll let you finally be in one, you can practice before we get there. You get to pick the movie you want to be, and Bo and I will find a thing to do it with. And she said, Daddy, how about that Chipmunk movie you showed me? And I said, fuck yeah, I'm down.
And that was a couple of years ago, wasn't it?
It was at least a year. It
yeah,
was
like the good memory on her.
It was the end of tax season when I finished work last year, for sure. Yeah, I remember because I told you I found it. I was like, "Oh, you won't believe what I found."
Was it easier to find then than it was now? Or did you still have?
No, it was the same place. Like
same place.
Me and the kids have been watching this for the last year. Whenever they randomly get the wild hair from the same place, yeah,
from Internet Archive,
there are people,
our routine savior. Anytime we can't find a movie,
they are our people. If we need saves,
I was to say, you think they do sponsorships? I will happily sponsor Internet Archive.
When we do an episode from them or have had shorts that we mention them in, I tag them in their social media accounts. It's never come to any kind of fruition.
Damn.
but I do it
in the
hopes.
hopes. Because
Yes.
they're doing the Lord's work, preserving things and letting us still see it.
Well, and let me show my kids.
Yeah, it's even better.
Part of my childhood, our childhood. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, this is kicking off a month-long stretch of a bunch of fun movies. We're not going to spoil it.
Nope,
You'll
but
hear
they're
at
all
the-
picked by his kids, and they're all, every one of them were like, hell yeah.
That's great. We will find things. And
It's going to be a fun month for everybody.
on that, we do want everybody to know this is our month of loose ends, and so things got loose this month, especially. Minus, I think, one.
Yeah.
One is like, or no, two. I think actually we batted pretty good. That's a
Yeah, I think we've
50%
done pretty
average. We
good.
did
Yeah.
all right. But yeah, two of them from this month are definitely a stretch to the movie. But understand, we had children who wanted to do these,
And we can't disappoint the Willow.
and so we had to make it work. And
Yeah.
so on that bow, what are we drinking this week?
We're drinking,
Say it however you need to. I got a can in front of me. I will double check whatever your work is.
hang on. Is it California Ace or just Ace High?
I think it's just, so it's Ace is the company.
Okay.
California is where they're based. I don't think it's part of their name. It is part of their logo. Right? Like sometimes
it's right there in the middle of
Yeah.
the sea.
I don't think it's always. You get what I don't know
Yeah.
if it's always there.
It's not clear.
The high, well, no, but the high is not part. That is this.
It's like
They make
this line of drinks.
Yes, so they are a cider company. Let's go ahead and say that. Yeah, it's Ace
Imperial
High.
Peach Cider.
Thank you. They are a cider company. And the high line is a line I do believe that is, you see how it says gluten-free and vegan.
Yeah.
I think that's this line. The high line is all gluten-free and vegan friendly.
It's got clouds, and the peach looks like a hot air balloon. It works.
Well, and high
And
in
we're
the
high.
air.
They're like flying up so high above the world.
So
Never thought I could be so free. Sorry.
all I'm saying though is that people have to understand we had children to make happy.
We just in Photoshop we just draw a little basket under the peach, right?
Well, and
it's a hot air balloon.
I want people to understand we did indeed look at several places and looked through every aisle for something that had an actual hot air balloon or a reference to around the world.
Something.
And so yeah, we settled on this. Plus, we do so many beers and things like
We
that.
had like one or two
No,
ciders before.
We did have a whole month.
Oh yeah, those
Yeah.
the Friday the 13th
Angry Orchard.
Angry Orchard series. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
So we've done a bit of cider, but it is nice to break up the monotony. We need to do another booze episode soon.
Yeah, we need some more booze on this
We've not done a
bitch.
booze episode in a while.
You want to do Tin Cup?
The Big Lebowski, I think, was our last one.
Yeah,
right?
we did
White Russians.
White Russian. We could do that Kevin Costner movie and get some of that Tin Cup bourbon.
We could do. There's a whole bunch of things we could do if we're going to do booze. Okay. Back to this kid-friendly month.
Oh,
we don't
yeah,
need to
kid-
talk about booze.
Yeah, no, it's bad. Just
We're not boozing
cider
it up. Yeah,
because they make non-alcoholic cider. You can
this
give
one
to your
isn't.
Kids.
This one
not,
8%. 8%. It's a pretty stout
It's pretty
cider.
good.
All right.
Peachy. I like it.
It is totally great because I feel like for a kid movie, this is such a kid friendly taste.
Yeah. It's a kid.
I wouldn't.
Kid
I'm not
adult.
saying give it to your kid, but I'm saying like as an adult, you taste this.
You want
and
to feel like a kid.
You're like, oh, this is like peach juice on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's good. It definitely. Yeah.
The peach cup you would get with your breakfast at school.
What were those? A Mongo? Do you remember like the little? They were like Squeeze-Its, but like a different Mondo. It was like a different company,
yeah.
but they had like weirder flavors, right? I feel
do,
like
I
this
remember
could
that.
be like a flavor of theirs. It's again waking up on a Saturday morning, squeezing down some juice and watching the Chipmunk Adventure. That was my segue. Shh, we're gonna move. We're good.
Segue.
We'll talk more about this at the end. Although, just know it's delicious. Peaches. On to the movie. This is Alvin and the
What, you didn't
Chipmunks.
like me seductively whispering peaches?
No,
at the
I
listeners?
did. I whispered first. I'm not begrudging you. I'm just saying we've already went off track. Let's get back on. That's all I'm saying.
Peaches and cream. Everyone loves some peaches and cream.
That's berries and cream, and we will find the right one for you to actually sing the song. All right. I'll put that one. That one for sure will be a short, the little clip of the guy.
Oh yeah.
But we have to wait for the right one with berries and cream. Okay. This movie, back to what we were saying. Chipmunks, it's very nostalgic for us. We definitely mentioned last week, it was a grandma movie for us. Me and Bo grew up every summer, spring break.
Yeah, just kind of living in grandma's living room.
Winter
floor.
break. Yeah, like whenever we had long enough breaks, we were all together. And that's, again, like, I lived in Lexington and Indianapolis. I lived an hour and 4 hours away at certain points, while also at certain points living 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
Through all of it, there were points where the family was just all together, and we
all
would
the
be
cousins
camped out.
crammed into Mama's living room. She'd take us to rent movies, and everybody would get to pick one because there's like 10 of us.
Family deep cut, and this is to prove how many family members listen to the podcast, right? And we'd all be fighting over that one pillow. You know, it wasn't the best pillow because technically on the backside it had the iron print from where she had left the iron on it. But we all loved that pillow. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're talking about.
Deep cut for the family. And now we'll know, Bo. We'll know how many family members.
Yeah, there you go. The Stooge test is out on you guys.
Because
who pays attention?
Because if any family member is listening and they heard that, they will be reaching out to us, either in the comments or personally, to be like, I know the pillow, and you're right. Yep. We did all love that pillow. It was
the best pillow for no reason.
For no reason whatsoever. It was just the favorite pillow.
See, the popcorn bowl was the sturdiest on it, right? I guess, because it was kind of hard. It wasn't even like a comfortable pillow.
No. But it was the one we all fought over. That was the pillow to get. The one with the burnt iron mark on the back. Yeah. Okay. So, like we were saying, family deep cut. We mentioned it last time. We mentioned some of the things. But yes, this is a movie that we would regularly rent. Again, this
across
movie,
all of us.
This movie came out before Bo was born.
Yep.
This is a 1987 Alvin and the Chipmunks movie that we were renting.
95, 96?
I was going to say, I was easily almost a teenager.
Right.
And I would still be going to the rental store and be like, it's an Alvin and the Chipmunks kind of fucking day.
Well, and then we had, like, my little brother came around, so we had to show him.
Dude,
just keeping it going. And then you had kids, and then we kept it going. It's a family tradition to watch this movie.
This movie is a classic. I love this movie.
Yes.
This movie and the 80s Chipmunk cartoon that came out, the 83, none of the other specials.
No, I don't remember none of them.
Just that cartoon and this movie are the things that make me love Alvin and Chipmunks.
Yeah.
I also grew up, though, with my parents having the records from when they were kids.
Back like the 60s and shit.
And so, like, I
just want...
Yes, no, we had that run. We had that record that had that one, and it had some of the other. Well, I think we had the greatest hits, so it technically had stuff from a bunch of.
Yeah, after a while they just take like whatever the top #1 song was, and like
it was never.
Chipmunk it.
Well, it was never quite that bad. They still usually found like themes, right? Like they would take the songs that would still fit with the Chipmunks, maybe singing it, and so like they'd have vibes of like kids or like. Somehow fitting these high-pitched voices that would more work for. So on that, I think that's a great point to stop and talk about who the Chipmunks are, where they came from, why we're here.
Why for Chipmunk?
Right? And so that's going to be ready for the name. It's a mouthful. Ross Bag or Bog? I don't know where this is from. B-A-G. Bagdasarian. I don't
know. It's too Brabdignagian.
There's a reason why when he started.
Well,
there's a reason why when he started recording music, he recorded music as
David Seville.
It's
way easier to say, and it kind of sounds like Coupe de Ville, you know, kind of classy.
Well, and right, it was like a name I think at the time too. Other people outside of like Seville,
probably.
but spelled differently than the way he did. Not the SEV.
Yeah.
But so yeah, he recorded music as David Seville in the 50s and 60s, and then he created this sound, this sped up, high pitched.
Doesn't sound actually like him. He's like speeding up the vinyl somehow to make it.
And then he's like recording it normal. Well, he's recording it slow.
Yeah.
And then speeding it up on vinyl, but recording that on a new vinyl track.
Somehow in the 60s, all without computers to make this chipmunk noise that we all know. Yeah, somehow he would do this all on vinyl without any computers and any of that to get this squeaky chipmunk noise that he would make different pitches even. So how, like, he had like what, 8 stacks of vinyl just up on a thing sitting here like a spinning fucking plate guy.
Well, I mean, it might have been reel to reel, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's like, he's a fucking genius, dude. We don't give this guy enough credit.
But so yeah, he started making songs under the name Dave Seville.
Because Bagdasarian is too hard to say.
And he wanted people to like his stuff.
He wanted people to be able to say it.
At an era where that was a thing. You know, like today it's not a problem. But, you know, like at the time when he was coming in the 60s and 50s, you wanted to do what you could to make sure you were popular. And so, yeah, he did Dave Seville, and he did a couple of big songs that made reference into the movie.
This movie? The witch doctor I was in love with you.
I asked the witch doctor what I needed to do.
I don't know the words.
Something like that.
I don't just know that first bit.
He said, ooh ee ooh ah ah ching chang walla walla bing bang. Ooh ee ooh ah ah ching chang walla walla bing bang. That one, which is in the movie, sung by Miss Miller. Great. I love the
way better than we just did it. She does it way better.
Maybe not, but I do appreciate I appreciate her when she does
call back to it.
Yeah. But yeah, so he is super talented, this guy. He writes music. He figured out how to do this chipmunk thing. Then he started making the chipmunk songs, and then he skits, and because that's just it. Like, their records,
forever it was like all him for a long time.
Yeah, well, and they were remember, they were like, before they did a cartoon, like even the old cartoon, not the ones that we know.
Yeah, from the 80s, like the 60s one where it's
simple.
Yeah, super simple.
It's almost,
and I don't think you ever actually see Dave, do you? He's like
you hear a voice
like Charlie Brown
almost,
adult.
Yeah.
He's just off camera.
But even before that, they were just records skits.
Yeah,
they were skits on record, like like
a radio show.
Well, like the All I Want for Christmas is
yeah, that was just a radio thing.
It was a skit.
Yeah,
it was literally, you know, like Dave is speaking, the chipmunks are singing, they're yelling at each other. It was just,
are you
fun,
ready, boys?
skit.
Yes, Dave.
Yes. Well, we've even talked about this. Remember, it's Almost Famous opens.
Oh yeah,
with that song. We've talked about how much we love that song because we love the Chipmunks.
Yeah, the Chipmunks are dope.
But so yes, we got to give a lot of credit to. We need to point this out. This is a elder and younger situation. Yeah. This is the father and the son.
Bagdasarian the Elder is the creator of Chipmunks as a whole.
Well, and
Bagdasarian the Younger gave us this movie.
Well, and I need to point out, because we really do mean elder and younger in this one, because it's a father-son, where it's Ross and Ross Jr.
Yeah.
So it's literally elder and senior. Yeah, it's literally elder and senior.
I had a son. What are you going to name him? Just call him me.
But
can't be bothered. Too busy with my chipmunks.
For this movie, though, like I said, his son, the younger,
yeah,
took over the father's role. Well, the father, Ross Senior, we'll just say Ross Senior and Ross Junior. I think that'll keep it simpler for the rest, right?
Okay,
not having to bring
Bagdasarian
in Bagdasarian every
it's
time.
too hard to say.
Well, certainly the more of these we drink, the harder it will be to stumble.
That last name fits with the elder younger thing, though, doesn't it? It sounds like a Greek hero.
But so Ross Elder.
There you go.
Ross Elder is the creator. Ross the Younger is the one who brought us this. And he took over his father's role for the most part. So his dad did all of it, right? His dad was the Chipmunks.
And David.
And Dave.
And Miss Miller. He just threw himself in there. No, I don't know. I'm just joking.
I don't know if she existed as a character back then. I've not watched enough of the
old like 60s cartoon.
I feel like she seems more like a person who exists as a character only modern day.
Only for our Chipmunks.
Yeah. Certainly in the way we see her
as this,
in
like,
this
the nanny or
yeah,
whatever.
Well, the weird crazy lady.
Batshit insane lady.
I didn't want to go there, but that's the word that was in my head as well.
She's lovably batshit. It's
but
not like a problem.
Certainly.
Everything seems to kind of work out for her, no matter how crazy she gets.
But so I have no idea about that character in the 60s and maybe being voiced by Ross the Elder. But Ross the Younger did not, and he also did not voice all of the Chipmunks. He voiced most of the Chipmunks, but I will get to that. Let's start with our director, and you'll quickly see why I said I'll get to that.
Okay.
Our director is Janice Carmen. It's not a name I expect anybody to know for directors.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to make that clear.
But I mean, animation directors probably don't get as much hype as
the
rest of them.
I don't even mean that. She's directed two things.
Two things.
This and some of the TV show of the most recent Alvin and the Chipmunks TV show.
Oh.
So not one you've probably ever encountered.
Okay, good job on this one, though. A+.
So that's what I meant. But people will still maybe know her because she is the voice of Theodore.
Oh, is that why he's so much higher pitched than the other two?
Yes. They decided to make that choice that he was way different.
Whinier?
I agree. I didn't want to say it, but yes, whinier. Higher pitch. But so yes,
even if it's not intentional, the higher pitch just kind of makes everything he says sound whiny.
It does. I agree. I never thought about it as a kid, but 100% as an adult, I was just like, why is everything that Theodore says such a pain in the ass?
It just sounds like it's like, just shut up and eat your sandwich.
So yes, that's the other thing.
Yeah, his only two personality traits. I like food and I whine. I'm the fat one.
That's certainly this movie. I'd have to rewatch the 80s cartoon.
Right? Like I don't remember like him just like I'm the fat one being his only personality trait. I felt like there was more to him.
Or just the whininess.
Yeah, I felt like he was kind of in my head, Theodore was kind of like
he was closer to the everyman.
Yeah, like
Alvin's the cool guy.
Yeah.
Simon's the smart
super
guy.
Smart one, and he's just
the everyman.
Yeah.
Rewatching this movie, I quickly was like, "Oh, he's not the everyman."
No, he's like the annoying little brother. They just drag along.
Even though, aren't they triplets? I never understand.
I don't know.
This is like the Mario and Luigi thing. Are they twins? Is one an older brother? Is one a younger brother? What are we dealing with here? Are they cousins? I mean, I don't know.
They're not even actually the brothers. It's just my fourth cousin twice removed.
It's just a company name because they're both Mario.
It looks better on the van.
Right?
You couldn't put Mario, seventh cousin, by my mother's third cousin, twice removed by Uncle Frank. It doesn't fit.
But so we can definitely say that for this movie, regardless of maybe like the greater Chipmunk lore, for this movie, I would 100% say that Theodore is supposed to be the younger. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't, but it feels like he's the annoying little brother.
They want him to feel, well, and again, he feels more naive than the other two. Right?
Yeah.
So, like, every way you can think of him being younger.
Yeah, I always thought they were the same age, but the way they've got this going is like Simon feels like the fed up older brother who's just like, I have to.
Alvin's the cool middle
kid who's like, you know, kind of getting away with everything, and Theodore's the annoying little brother who just wants to eat candy and watch TV.
I think so.
And doesn't like it when he has to go outside. I don't want to go outside.
But so let's get back on track.
Trying to relate more to Theodore the older I get. It's like, yeah, no, I don't want to go outside either.
But so yeah, this was Janice Carmen doing the voice for that. So she is our director, and she's there. But there's more. She is also one of the writers of the movie.
Oh, nice.
Her, Ross Jr.,
yeah,
Ross the Younger. And Ross the Elder gets a credit, but I'm sure it's a character credit.
Yeah, because he created all of this.
Well, he created David, Alvin, Simon, Theodore. The Chipettes are.
I was gonna say, did he do the Chipettes too?
That's not his creation.
Was purely like that our generation.
Well, that might be a Janice.
Oh, nice.
Think about it.
But she needed something to do.
So that's the thing.
I was just gonna do one voice. You get to do like 4.
Well, she does it. So that's what I was just gonna say.
Cool. I was like, I'm hoping that's why.
She is the voice of all of the Chipettes, plus Theodore. So we have Ross the Younger is the voice of David, Alvin, Simon.
Yeah,
and then she is more characters.
Oh,
think about that.
Yeah, that's right. She's like, I'm gonna outwork you, motherfucker. I'm Theodore, pink, purple, and green.
Brittany, Jeanette, and Eleanor.
Thank you.
I agree.
Dude, it's not until like 45 minutes into this movie before they actually say any one of these chicks' names.
No, they all argue with each other constantly, but it is so fast in conversation that it's because, remember, you have to remember the world we're coming from. We're coming from a world where the show had been on for 3 seasons.
Yeah, so everybody just knew these characters.
Yeah, people knew the Chipettes. We knew who they were.
Yeah.
We didn't need to worry about it.
I was a little boy in the 90s, and I didn't care about the Chipettes. Oh, I was Team Chipmunk.
Well, 100%.
All the way in this movie.
I mean, I remember when I wanted to rent this movie, it was 100% because I was like, they come on top. Chipmunks win.
Do they?
Boys rule, girls rule.
Do they?
Everybody loses. We're not there yet. We're not there yet, dude. We got so much to do before we start talking about that part. So let's get back to this. We've already covered most of our writers. No, we've covered all of our writers. We've covered our director. We've covered half of our voices.
I was going to say most of the cast with just 2 people.
And I want to point out, before we start talking about all the other people, they are a married couple.
Oh,
Janice Carmen
nice.
and Ross the Younger are a married couple. They got married during the production of this one.
Aw.
She and him are also... They have been part of the production of every single Alvin and the Chipmunks thing you can think of since 1981.
Damn. That's like a 45-year career.
This is one of those times where his dad created a thing and they made sure...
It stays in the family.
Well, I don't even know if I want to go that far, but it stayed with a person that got to protect the legacy the way he would know his dad would. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times does a studio take over and is just like only worried about selling shit, but not worried about also maybe protecting the legacy, right? So for you to now know that even though you
TKO.
Well, even though you didn't like the modern stuff as much because you don't like the live action, and I agree. I don't know if we needed to do that, but that was just. I still feel like there was preservation of the character idea. Yeah. Right. Like I know
they did act like the Chipmunks.
They felt just like
I didn't need a live action one.
Well, I also it's because here's the thing: the live action we didn't grow up in the 60s, so we didn't grow up with chipmunk-looking chipmunks.
Yeah, that's true.
We grew up in the 80s with chipmunks who looked like kids, and they were kid size.
Yeah.
They went to school with kids, and they were kids.
They did
looked
kid stuff. Kids. They skateboarded.
And so the modern day, even though is technically a throwback to the original, it cuts us out of the equation.
And we don't like that.
Because our nostalgia is for a thing that they didn't try to represent.
Yeah, that's true.
They were representing chipmunks, and so they were little tiny chipmunk-sized chipmunks again. We didn't grow up with that.
Yeah, no, I want my anthropomorphic fucking kid chipmunk that goes to middle school.
Alvin, Simon, and Theodore were literal replacements for us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Alvin was proto Bart Simpson.
Yes.
No?
And Simon's kind of Lisa. Does that make Theodore Ralph?
No, he is even by look. Think about like facial features. I would say you're right, dude.
Yeah.
You nail that. Like think about it. Like
oh no,
pudgy in the cheeks, kind of glazed over look in the eyes.
Poor Theodore.
So yeah, these are people that they covered everything that we loved about these characters. They are the reasons we grew up loving the Chipmunks. So we have to we said we weren't saying the name anymore, but I feel like after making a statement like that, we have to say Bogdasarian.
Yeah.
We got to give credit to the Bogdasarian family.
Yeah.
Because think about it. Dynasty at this point, because it was his dad,
kids.
and then he got married.
Yeah, and then now they have to have a kid who's going to take over and give us a resurgence of our cool fucking Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I don't want you to put weight on people's shoulders like that.
There's a lot of pressure on you, man. I'm counting on you.
But so yes, they are definitely responsible for all of it. They were, again, top to bottom. So we've got direction, writing, in the voices in the movie.
Carnegie, Rockefeller, Bagdasarian.
And when I tell you voices, they did the voices not permanently. I don't know how recently they were still doing it, but when I tell you that anything me and you heard growing up
was them.
It was them doing the voices of the Chipmunks.
Nice. I mean, it's probably not that hard. Slowed down. It's whatever speed up effect they do to make
by
that
the 80s
squeak.
It was a little bit different. It probably wasn't
in there
just
with
sped
helium
up.
fucking.
No, I don't mean that. But I mean by the 80s, it was 100% that they could pitch up, not that they had to change speeding, right?
Yeah, that's true. They could just adjust that.
Right, like a
thing on the
slider.
Big switchboard, just go
and do a pitch
and
up,
just compress the entire thing.
And so they didn't have to speed up, so they didn't have to worry about the adjusting for
yeah. Probably just had to
a little bit easier.
Speak in a nasally tone like this.
So that way, when it was,
and then when I raise it up,
it gives the right effect.
Probably really annoying for anyone with headphones.
Well, now
very sorry.
Well, that being said, we still have to give these two credit because they sang.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
And it sounded good.
It does.
While doing whatever voice effect.
It shouldn't though. Like if somebody told you, described to you what you were gonna do to the song, in your head you're like, that's gonna sound awful and squeaky and horrible. But then you hear it and it's like, oh, it totally works. It's awesome.
I agree.
All the songs in this movie are fucking bangers. I love this fucking movie.
Well, so again, this is why we now give credit to our actors. Yep. And for this one, it just happens to be the writer and the director and inheritor of the franchise.
I want to hear him sing without the pitch stuff. I want to see, is it actually good? Or is it just the pitch leveling that makes it sound good?
Not in this movie do we ever get to hear it, but I promise in one of the other, in the show at some point we would have had to have heard it, and in maybe one of the other specials in the 80s. If Dave sang,
oh yeah, that's a good point, because Dave would still be
but Dave singing in anything else would still have just been Ross singing in his own voice, because the original Dave was just Ross the Elder singing in his own voice.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I'm
thinking about Dave.
Janice is the only one who I would say maybe we haven't heard sing in her own voice, because she is always singing as the Chipettes or Theodore.
She do Miss Miller's voice too?
Well, so before we move on to our other actresses, she did not. But before we move on to them, I do want to mention one more thing about her.
Okay.
She was also someone who did a bunch of well, not a bunch, but maybe like a handful of B horror movies from the late 50s, early 60s before she started, like weird slasher. Like
yeah.
it was like Beach Massacre 56 or something weird, like named, dude.
Nice.
Like, so she
filmed on a Super 8 camera.
So she did a couple of those before she got into this world, and that's
Fuck
so
yeah.
cool.
That
That's
makes
so
her metal
cool.
as fuck.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
All right, but
She gets bonus nerd points for that.
Now we can talk about everybody else. But yeah, so if we're gonna start covering our next person, I think the obvious choice is gonna be Miss Miller, because Bo's already brought up this character.
Yeah, and she's important. She's the babysitter.
I don't know if I would say important, but she is certainly in the movie
She does
a
kind
lot.
of save the day at the end of it, accidentally, but she still does.
Much like I told you, we will debate who won the competition. We can debate who saves the day and what it means to save the day in this situation. Because I think all of that's ambiguous at best.
Fair enough.
But Miss Miller is not voiced by
the director lady, Janice.
Or Bogdasarian for no reason.
She's somebody else because her voice is super familiar.
It is somebody who I promise you have not only heard her voice before, you have seen her before. She is Dodie Goodman. I don't think you should know.
Yeah, I was just saying, I was like, that doesn't help.
No. I'm going to tell you. Okay. But again, to be fair to her,
she needs her real name, I guess.
I'm not just going to say where you've seen her. I'm going to give her flowers, her props, whatever the terminology today is.
I don't know. I don't fuck that flowers bullshit. I heard the Undertaker fucking say that to the Miz the other day. He's like, "I'm gonna give you your flowers." I was like, "Oh, fucking somebody shoot me!" God damn it.
He's certainly like 30 years older than us, so yeah, he's way past using that.
But it hurt my heart.
So she though is somebody you'll know.
Yeah,
she is the secretary or front desk lady in Grease and Grease 2.
Oh,
the dumb lady.
Yeah, the dumb one.
Assistant to the principal. Yes.
Isn't she in Ferris Bueller too? Fucking with the xylophone?
No, different lady.
That's a different lady, just impersonating her.
Doing the same kind of character.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the lady from Grease and Grease 2. Doing the voice of Miss Miller, giving us our references to the original songs, the Witch Doctor song.
Yeah, she's the one singing them in the "You to come over to my house." Or,
yes,
just smacking her ass with the soap.
Yep, both of those are Bogdasarian the Elder written songs that she is singing. They are giving reference
to
the
glory days of old.
And I will point out right now, since we're talking about her, she sings the Witch Doctor song, and I love that we get the reference to that. Yeah. And it's like I do believe, I think I had read that when he wrote that song, it wasn't even originally a Chipmunk song. He had just like been toying with the sound effect.
Yeah.
And then he quickly shifted it into
one of his
Chipmunk
One of his friends heard it and was like, "Yeah, that sounds like a Chipmunk singing."
Yeah, like maybe after he had already
light bulb.
And so he was like, "I got an idea," and he ran with it.
I think he drew the Chipmunk things for the cover. Is he multi-talented?
Well, he didn't. Back in the day, they were just pictures of chipmunks. They weren't.
There's a chipmunk in my yard. Album cover. I've seen worse. Some fucking college indie band fucking with the picture like they're laying down looking up through the fucking trees with the sun coming through. How many times did you see that in the 90s?
But so she gives us the reference for those songs, and like it's kind of a nice like nod. Throwback nod. But here's what I'm gonna say to you right now, and I'll make the statement right now that it is even my favorite song in the movie. But instead of doing Wooly Bully, we should have done witch doctor.
Yeah, it would have worked.
It would have,
because there's a witch doctor.
It would have fit the vibe of the scene. The witch doctor could have sang the lines of the witch doctor while Alvin and the Chipmunks were singing everything else.
And we could have done the entire song instead of just a little bit of it while she's driving. Yeah.
So,
but Woolly Bully, though.
I agree. It's my favorite song in the movie, dude. I'm not trying to argue that it's
what was it? What was it the chief called it? Wurry Burry?
Wurry Burry.
Wurry Burry.
Wurry Burry. Wurry Burry. Yes. So again, I'm not trying to argue with you. It's my favorite song in the movie.
Yes.
I understand. But tell me that witch doctor...
Yeah, it wouldn't have worked better.
We have a witch doctor in the scene.
It's just because it was playing on the boom box that they tried to buy their freedom with earlier.
But couldn't Witch Doctor have been playing on? It's a real song, Bo. That is what I'm saying. He literally released the song in the 60s. It was a pop culture song by the time this movie was out.
We could have even modernized it, gave it more of a 80s fucking feel to it. Yeah.
There was even a band in the 80s, I do believe, that re-released that song, dude. Like we
could have just used that.
We could have done their reinterpretation of the instrumentals of the song in this one. Okay.
Damn it.
Let's move on. Let's move on. We have to move on.
We'll get in the TARDIS. We'll fix it.
Yeah. The what ifs are about to take us over right now. We have to move on. So our other people in the movie are this is gonna be really fast because A, there's not a lot of other characters in the movie. B, most of these are people that you're not gonna know the name of. We do have a handful of people that A, we should cover. B, you will know them.
Yeah, you'll know.
And so we will start with the Fursteins.
Is that their last name? Our bad guys?
Yes.
Our East German trash that running not drugs, but gemstones around the world.
Gemstones. Let's be very clear. If this were like 2 years later, it would be drugs.
Definitely when they're running dolls with heroin in them. If
this were not a Chipmunks movie, it would have been drugs.
No, I want to do it now. I'm like PG-13 Chipmunk movie where they don't know they're being like heroin mules for the cartels. Come on. Somebody have the balls to do it. It'll be great.
But yeah, I will forgive everybody.
We can switch from hot air balloons to cars, even.
Well, you would have to if you're going to do something different.
Fast and the Furious Chipmunk movie.
But yeah, so they are the Fursteins. Again, if you pay attention in the movie, they say it a different way every single time. That's why I will forgive people for not knowing. It's hard to keep
this German accent, yeah.
Well, not even... No, the two characters themselves say it the same way, but I'm saying their thugs say it a different way. The Interpol says it a different way. Yeah. The civils, the
calls
Chipmunks.
Them Fursteins.
So that's what I meant. I do like they themselves don't get it mixed up. They themselves use the same thing every time.
They're the first cup. Get it? Beer stein.
Yes, I know what you meant.
I was explaining for the people.
Yeah, I don't know. I think most of them probably got it. Who doesn't know what a beer stein is? Come on now.
I don't know. I don't know how smart our listeners are.
But so we will start with Claudia.
Claudia?
Not Claudia.
No,
not the way most Americans would say it.
Must put East German accent on it, yeah. It's Claudia. She is very fancy, yes. Mostly cigarette like Cruella de Vil.
It is cloud in the sky.
Yeah.
Claudia.
Has my tiny puppy, Sophie. Yes.
I love my Sophie.
We must go get our nails done.
Now, she is someone we have not covered yet, but we will, and we've mentioned the movie when we've talked about his other projects. And that is, she was in Crybaby.
Really?
John Waters' Crybaby. Now that you know it's Crybaby, do you want to take a guess? Do you want to take a stab? Do you think you might know?
Is there German people in that fucking
No.
movie?
The accent was 100%
I was like, that'd make it real easy.
Yeah, the accent was for this, not for everything. That was not her for realsies. Well, no, I don't know.
She's the one that's married to Iggy Pop.
Yes.
Awesome.
The grandma.
The grandma,
yes, yeah. Yes. The aunt, grandma. It's
I have
weird
no idea.
because I think they say grandma about her, but they also call him the uncle, and then it starts to be like, wait, who's who and what's what?
Maybe they're all just super incest. I don't know.
The movie's weird.
It's a weird
We'll
movie.
save that for when we talk about that movie, though. But yes, she is in that. This is Susan Tyrrell. That's Ramona Ricketts in Crybaby. Yes, Ricketts, because that's the joke. They all have that weird like, the counterculture naming. So yeah, she
Hatchet
is Ramona.
Face.
Well, because Hatchet Face, exactly. Crybaby.
I always thought
Ramona
that was super
Ricketts.
Mean.
Well, and the uncle, right? He's got his. I don't remember.
I don't remember
but
either.
He's got his own weird. They all have a nickname thing going on. They all went by.
Now
something.
we need to find something with like teardrop.
Oh,
in
we'll
it
get,
or something.
dude. We'll get that. That's not a
Is there a
problem.
mixed drink called a teardrop?
Well, we just have a lot of John Waters projects that we want to do. Yeah.
Season 4.
We've
John
only
Waters.
we've only done. Well, there's not enough for that, but we've only done Hairspray, so we just have a lot left. Is what I'm saying. We've done one of many.
He cameoed in Werewolf in London. He's been on the show twice.
We've done his movie
I know.
one time. We've only done one of his movies. Let's move on. We have another first Stein to talk about.
Another first time?
And so that's Klaus.
It's Klaus, my favorite character.
The brother.
He's so put upon.
Well, the
poor guy.
The brother.
Is he?
Not husband, wife. And I will forgive you if maybe you missed when they introduce themselves to the Chipmunks, because that's the only time they say brother sister. The rest of the movie they don't mention it.
Totally be forgiven for thinking they were dating,
or married.
Yeah,
they both share a last name, and then from the point you get introduced to them on,
I got Game of Thrones vibes off these two. There's definitely some Lannister shit going on here.
It's weird.
Right? That's why the dog's so pissed off. He doesn't like seeing it.
The nighttime scenes in the house.
Oh, yeah.
They never actually show them sleep in the same bed. But it certainly almost implies that they were...
He was in there earlier.
In a room together?
Yeah. He's like, why'd I have to come back? I thought you went to sleep already.
They're both always in scantily clothed.
Right? They're like way too close to each other. Like basically like kissing each other's necks.
Like his pajamas were essentially his bathing suit.
Yeah.
Which was already almost a Speedo in a kid's cartoon.
It's just, he's from Germany. They're European.
Da.
They're weird fucking people. Especially in the 80s.
But so Klaus...
Nihilists.
Klaus is played by Anthony DeLongis. This is a guy I don't expect people to know from most things. Like a lot of these other people I've mentioned, it's a big thing you'll know. If you've ever watched Masters of the Universe, though.
Movie or cartoon?
Movie.
Okay.
He was Blade.
Oh, the bald guy.
Bald dude with a
blade.
Because that movie was super literal.
It was awesome.
Right? Like a Beastmaster was a beast.
Was a beast.
Blade was the guy with...
And fucking Robert Duncan McNeil, fucking Tom Paris in that fucking movie.
Oh, okay. So, we love...
We love He-Man and Masters of the Universe.
And we love a character getting to be brought up again, even in such a small, you'd never know it was him type role. This is him. Klaus.
Yes, because he's doing a German accent the whole time.
You would never know it's this guy. Although I guess in Masters of the Universe, you don't hear him speak, right?
I don't think Blade speaks. I don't think
he was a mute side character, right?
I think he's just a henchman, right?
Yeah,
like he gets kind of like killed off pretty quick.
Beastmaster was also like everybody that wasn't Skeletor was essentially mute henchmen in that movie.
Well, I mean, you got Frank Langella on set. You're gonna let him talk.
We'll talk about that movie for sure at some point. We don't need to worry about that right now. But on the Franks, It's a good
We're
segue.
On the subject of Franks.
On the subject of Franks, we do have a Frank in this movie. Frank Welker.
Nice.
You remember who that is?
Winnie the Pooh?
No. Maybe?
Doesn't he do the voice of Winnie the Pooh?
I don't think he does Winnie the Pooh.
He's a prominent voice actor. You've heard him everywhere.
Well, we have talked about him before. That's why I was asking you. You know.
You should have asked me 20 minutes ago.
How many cartoons have we done? What cartoon did we cover?
Land Before Time. Is he Littlefoot?
Mm-mm.
No, Spike. He's Spike. He doesn't talk. He just makes grunting noises.
You know what's funny? Do you know who he played in this movie? Native Chief.
So he just
Wurry Burry. Like you said, Wurry Burry.
He just did a bunch of more grunting noises.
And Baby Penguin.
Oh, the penguin.
So
yay, penguin.
So yes, he is the guy who did lots of grunty noises because he did Wurry Burry and he did
sad penguin.
No,
with the little heart locket. Mama.
Yes, that guy. Frank Welker. Spike. Also the Yes. Okay.
Didn't you do the voice of Skeletor for the cartoon?
I don't know, dude. You're asking. Look. All I found was the one that people would see that we've talked about. I gave them the reference point for us
to go watch more of our stuff.
Yeah.
Don't watch his stuff. Watch our stuff.
Well, I don't remember. Maybe in that one I said more of the things he's done. We'll see. Well, I won't see, but they'll see.
The internet will tell us.
Let them go look. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, jump in the comments and tell me how dumb I am.
Tell us if we had indeed mentioned it before or not. All right. We only have one other person I want to mention. And they are not a large character. At the time this movie came out, they were not someone that had done things that people would know. But at this point, today, they are someone so famous that everybody has heard their voice.
Morgan Freeman.
At least once. No.
Oh.
Even more than that.
Oh, really?
More than
more famous than Morgan Freeman.
People might not know the name,
but they
Nancy
know the
Cartwright.
Oh,
you do, but they might not.
Just a little for our visual people.
Nancy Cartwright is indeed the voice of Bart Simpson. And so, Bo,
eat my shorts.
Well, and so the reason why I would tell you that people will know that voice, that more people have heard that voice than Morgan Freeman, is because eat my shorts or no one better lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
Yeah.
Are things that were used everywhere.
Yeah, it was the Butterfinger BB's commercial too. So there was like twice the Butterfinger commercials with him.
Nancy Cartwright, even if they didn't know that's who it was, is a voice that almost every person listening to us
has heard.
But this movie
was before The Simpsons.
Before that. And she plays one character.
That is, I know who you're talking about. And it's definitely, once you know that's who did the voice, you're like, oh, I totally fucking hear it. That's the same, like, attitude and everything.
That's the homework, everybody.
Yeah.
We're going to tell you who it is, but the homework is, now that you know, go watch this movie and see that you'll recognize that
she's been doing this voice before Bart, just with like a Middle Eastern flair, I guess.
For this, I'm sure if we look, we can probably find a couple other times that like that same like tenor was hit in her voice, right? Like she was
cool, man.
For it. Yeah. But so yes, she is the Arabian prince. He has no
of Egypt.
It's funny to me, not even that, but it's funny to me because like
they went back in time.
Well, we go back in time. It feels like Alibaba.
And the 40 Thieves. So, like,
Yes.
dressed like fucking Princess Jasmine. His guards have spears and swords and are riding camels and
scimitars.
shit. Yeah, it's like, it's 1987.
This guy should have been an oil tycoon.
I was going to say, it's a fucking oil tycoon, if anything. Got the aviators.
And just as much of a racially offensive stereotype as the Aladdin scimitar.
But at least it's a modern one, goddammit.
Exactly. If it doesn't
We're
matter.
going to be racist, keep it up to date. That's all I'm saying.
But even beyond that, it's so weird to me that we get this character as Arabian Prince only, because despite how little he's on screen, he feels like we should have had a name for him.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like
they're
him
like
as a name?
Prince whatever the fuck.
And maybe this is just the nostalgia for me and you, but I really do like, maybe it's because we've watched it so many times in our lives that those 30 seconds have compiled to an hour and a half in our head, right? Like, but I really do like, when I watched it with my kids, the last 3 days in a row, I have every time seen that character and been like, this is it? I don't see more of him.
No,
I thought it was so much more of a character.
They escape so easily. They're like, the girls get taken prisoner.
You
and
only
then they
see
just
him
kind of walk out.
You only see him for that brief scene between when they were caught and the snakes.
That's it. He's like, I'm going to marry the bitchy one.
But in my head,
it went on for a while.
Not even before. This is before I even knew that was the voice of Bart Simpson. Like, just if you would have asked me before me and you rewatched it, if you would have asked me before last year when I watched it with my kids the first time, I would have told you that the prince played so much more of a role.
Yeah. There was like a whole thing, and then like they get caught trying to escape, and he's there with the guards.
No,
like I remember it.
You don't see it at all.
Is this Mandela shit?
No.
Did we slip into a different timeline?
No, we're just wrong.
We're just wrong.
We're just wrong, dude.
It's because we played the fucking Aladdin video game.
I don't know what it is, but yeah, I would have told you that character was in the movie so much more. Like, even the image of him, like, when I watched it, I literally saw
him walking around the castle and shit.
Nope.
He just sits in his chair. Yep. I had the same thought. I was like, no, I swear there was more to this. And then it just goes over to the snake song.
Bo, you're even being generous with he just sits in his chair. The way this kid is in that chair, that stone throne.
Yeah.
He is like sitting upside down, feet kicked up and shit half the time. It's so
like putting
wild.
his foot behind his head.
It's wild.
She called me a twerp. What's a twerp?
I'm telling you right now, again, I love this kid. All right. Now we're done, dude. I got nothing else. I got no other characters, I got nobody else to say. We can just talk about the movie.
Favorite part? What's your favorite part?
What do you mean favorite part? I love this fucking movie.
This whole movie?
I don't care what anybody wants to say. I don't care if you're an adult who can't enjoy watching kids' movies and you never saw this. I don't care that you want to tell me you can't get into the vibe of it. Screw you.
Yeah, this kiss my ass.
The songs are fun. Even though they are high pitched,
when they go to Mexico and they have like the fiesta fucking song and shit, dude, they're all dancing with the pretty Mexican ladies and shit. Looks like so much fucking fun. Can't understand a word they're saying because it's so high pitched. But it's great.
The half edutainment that is going on here, where we're learning.
Yeah,
I mean, some of it's wrong. Some of it's not
stereotypical.
Not even. Like, not just stereotypical, but definitely, like, offensive.
Yeah.
Offensive stereotype. Not true stereotypes.
Yeah, just...
Like, 1980s, where we are making broad generalization strokes that are not
a sombrero
applicable.
Taco stand in Mexico.
Yeah. It's
and
rough.
He orders shit off of the Taco Bell menu when he gets to it.
Oh, man. Well, again, dude, like, even the native chief, even if
yeah, dude,
there,
no, it's
dude,
that's the like
rough, dude.
Islander peoples is the worst one.
Burry.
Burry.
We've already mentioned this 100 times.
I'm gonna pawn you off with cheap Chipmunk's merch.
Burry.
And everybody's wearing the Alvin fucking shirt because they don't know what clothes are. Still using stone tools.
They were.
I know, but there's one island on the whole planet where that still happens.
But at the same
time,
and
no one's allowed to go to it.
What I'm saying is, like, not only are you right, you're beyond right, because you're just pointing out the simple part. What I'm telling you is, even before they had time to maybe slowly understood some of the things that Alvin and the Chipmunks brought to the island with them, he knew how the boombox worked. He put the T-shirt on.
That's a good point.
And was instantly walking around hitting play on a boombox.
Doing the carry it on your shoulder thing, like, you know, we used to do.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's how easily they were like.
Maybe that's why you can't find it streaming anywhere. They thought it was offensive.
Well, I mean, it's not all offensive.
Get over it. It's all funny. Nobody's feelings were hurt. No, this movie made me want to go on a hot air balloon fucking adventure. I want to go do like a random rock battle at fucking Athens at the Parthenon.
This movie made me want to find an arcade video game that looks like a jukebox that's 18 feet tall.
Right, and has like the gilding on the side and shit. It's all fancy.
It had
the neon tubes.
It had the neon tubes and in an arch shape at the top.
But it's the balloon race game.
I want to find the video game.
World's Fanciest Frogger.
As a kid, I never realized how much of the movie was foreshadowed.
Right? In the
video game?
Yeah. Because they do, like, the video game shows them basically everything they do, even the islanders, like, throwing spears at them.
But that does lead me to my next, maybe biggest problem. Not the thing, right? Like,
okay.
but like genuine concern about the movie.
I have umbrage with this.
Did this movie come out before or after the idea of stranger danger?
Because it had to have been before.
Fact that these six kids, not one of six, decided to say to the other ones, yo, this seems fucked up.
Yeah, these two weird German people are offering us money to go around the world.
Well, and dude, let's not even, we can't even stop there. We have to address the full amount of it. Like, they were telling the children we're betting $1 million
between us. But the winner gets
$100,000. Like, it's literally every red flag you can think of. Like, these people are throwing around big numbers that kids are going to hear and be like, what?
And then when they even ask them why they would do this, and the answer is, well, we are very, very wealthy and very, very bold. That's not an answer.
That all seems problematic.
I'm going to grab my friends and dip the fuck on out of here.
And that's not even addressing the fact that in 87, this Eastern European accent would have been an issue.
Yeah, for real, because the Eastern and Western Germany, the wall hasn't come down yet.
So this accent is very problematic.
Right? So they're
you don't know what side of the wall they're on.
And if they are East German, they're either government fucking people, because they're the only people allowed to leave, or criminals who have gone outside the system to get outside of East Germany.
Which we clearly know they are.
So they can't be good people.
Yes. This movie was, I don't know, was it a cautionary tale? Was it telling us?
That was what I took from it when I was a kid. I was
don't talk to
don't talk to the people with the East German accent. Yeah.
If you hear that in the corner, bad people.
Yeah, especially if they come talk to me first.
Let's not forget that the place they approached the children at was like a pizzeria.
Yeah. Why in the fuck are they there talking about diamond smuggling?
Why were they there talking to children without adults? The diamond smuggling is whatever, dude. Just when you start doing crimes like that, you don't
I'm gonna go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Well, you don't think someone's tapping you. That's all I'm saying.
No one's gonna. Yeah, I guess no one's gonna pay attention.
You're going to the public place because you think that's the safest place. The problem I have is the fact that these people who decided that public place might be safe to talk about these things.
Now we're gonna go talk to these 8-year-old kids.
Saw 8-year-olds getting competitive about a video game, which they would in a place like Chuck E. Cheese,
especially if it's boys versus girls.
And we're like, let me come up with a master plan with these children who I don't see adults for.
Nope. Kidnapping.
Also, where were the adults?
That's also another good point. It was the 80s.
That's before David left town.
Yeah. Or right after.
No. The scene at the pizzeria place is essentially the opening of the movie. I don't think he had left yet.
I don't know. But yeah, there should be an adult.
No, he definitely hadn't, because it was shortly after that where they had to come up with the fake tape.
Yeah, that's
to play for both Miss Miller and Dave, right? Like they had to fake that Miss Miller was there for Dave, and then fake Dave for Miss Miller when she showed up, which means
again the adults in this movie.
So if Dave was gone, he had just left. How about that? Is that good?
Yeah, he just left. And Miss Miller,
but Miss Miller,
the
hadn't
adults
showed
are
up
even worse because, like, when they do the gimmick to get him to leave, she doesn't take them to the airport or nothing. She just lets them walk out of the fucking house.
Man, the 80s were a different time, right?
Yeah, we all just rode our fucking bikes wherever. We had keys to our house, come home from school. Parents aren't home. You cooked your own food.
Parents just went to France and forgot about you. Home Alone. It was a wild time.
Didn't think of you till they were on the plane.
Yeah, so again, this movie is... It's just childhood nostalgia. It's just fun. It's just
it's back in that time period of kids' movies when like the adults were just not considered, like, don't think about it. Well, right? Otherwise the kid fun can't happen.
This movie is just so much. It's fun. It's wild.
It's a fun movie.
It's a time capsule of a time where, like, we watched
the
these
bad
movies.
Guys in kids movies even fucking smoked.
And the dude, these bad guys were wild.
Yes, they're great. These are some of my favorite bad guys in movies, right? These two.
Like we have the first Steins, and they're weird. They're
super weird and creepy, and they're way too close.
We've already said. But even beyond them, we have their henchmen.
Oh, the Vin Diesel and Charles Bronson fucking dudes?
No, those are cops.
Yeah, those are the Interpol guys who just
you think they're bad guys.
Look like gangsters.
Yeah, you think they're bad guys
who work for a guy who looks like Don Corleone but is the head of Interpol.
That's right.
They did not do a good job of looking like police.
Well, again, and the fact that for 70% of the movie they are played as the bad guy.
Yeah, because they're like chasing down the Chipmunks.
But you don't know why they're chasing them. And then you finally find out.
You think they want, like, to steal the diamonds and shit. And then at the end, you're like,
But so remember, the henchmen are only the people you saw once the Chipettes went to Antarctica.
Yeah.
Those were the henchmen, right? Because they were trying to steal the diamonds when they were like, they're not going where they're supposed to go.
They're 1,000 miles off course.
Yeah.
They know.
Well,
that's a hell of a leap. I think, they know about the diamonds, or they're 8 and they got lost.
Also, I think in the underwater, you see one of the actual henchmen.
Oh yeah, the blonde dude with the mustache. He came out of fucking nowhere. He confused me because he's like the only one. You never see another one through the whole movie.
I think at this point, unless you've got things that are standing out to you to want to talk about, now is the time to talk about the thing.
No, I feel like we're there.
Okay.
Because we're starting to complain.
I want you to ask me, because this is
so close.
Right where we're on the verge.
Okay. Shane, what's your thing about this movie?
The thing about this movie is exactly that. Who put diamonds where? Why? When?
Who's the person running around putting all these fucking dolls places to be swapped out?
We understand the loose plot. The loose plot is these two bad guys tricked kids into diamond smuggling.
Yeah.
What I'm telling you is stop looking at it from top view.
Yeah.
And microscope that
like
shit.
The actual logistics of it.
Who put the okay, let's break down two specific ones.
Okay.
And we were just talking about one. In the water, who put the doll
underwater?
Was the doll underwater already the one with diamonds in it, or did they swap it for one that had diamonds in it?
I don't know. They're never clear on that. Are we getting money or diamonds in exchange?
Here's my point. We never see a doll with money in it. We only see dolls with diamonds in it. So my point to you...
Oh, yeah, there is.
No, that's right.
She cuts that one open after they find the one in diamonds, but that still doesn't answer the question of which one are we doing.
Well, even beyond that, who's doing what, right?
Yeah.
So here's my thing.
Who are the people running around doing this?
So if they got kids to do it, right? Because they were saying, we're going to get caught.
Yeah.
But they would only get caught because people were following people that worked for them going to these countries. Somebody put that doll there.
Yeah, so it'd have to be people who were already working for them.
So somebody on their bankroll went to the place where the diamonds were going? So
then why not just give the guy the damn diamonds to take with you?
If the paper trail says you have an employee go there, even if they didn't have the diamonds, does it matter? Since the diamonds were there and your employee was paid to go there.
Because plot.
No, I understand. And I understand that as a 9-year-old, I didn't care.
I do that just to piss people off.
But what I'm saying is, though, like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, no, it makes no sense. Who's the other side of this who's going around putting the dolls that need to be swapped out for the ones that the kids have? Like, what?
Well, and are they smuggling diamonds to people?
Or are they paying for diamonds being brought to them?
Because
it's never clear. We just know that there are dolls with money and diamonds in them.
And they swap them.
Do we need to watch it again?
And on top of that, now that we know that's what's going on, right? How are we getting dolls? So Klaus...
Yeah, how'd they make these dolls so damn fast? It's like next day.
I don't even care about the next... Look, like Klaus and Claudia, they do whatever they do, okay? They have their dolls, that's fine. There are identical dolls to the dolls they made, already stashed...
all around the world.
In places like shipwrecked boats and Indiana Jones level temples
on
in
top
Egypt.
Of mountains. And
who is doing that? And if you're paying them to do that, why are you not paying them to take these somewhere?
Right. They already went through the catacombs and survived the traps to put the one doll there.
What role were the like, all you did was make the charges against you worse because you brought children
you endangered
into it.
Children now.
You could have done the same thing.
Extra 25 years in prison.
And also
per child.
And also not had to create a road rules / survivor /
It is.
I can't even think
I never even thought of that. It is. It's totally like a road rules fucking real world challenge.
What are those different? Like, I can't even think of all of them. Like all those different
the ones
race
from back
competitions. You're just creating that for no reason. When you
think that's where those shows got the idea? They watched the Chipmunk movie.
But you get what I'm saying? Like, you could have just paid the henchmen.
I know. You could just cut the kids out of it
without creating a fake
because you already
race.
you already have a network of dudes
doing these. I don't know.
When you first meet Klaus, and then he's acting like he's the one that has to go do all this stuff.
But that was
he's like,
never
I
the
won't
case.
fuck it up again.
That was never the case. Yeah.
That's stupid.
That's the thing. Bo.
That's a good thing.
It is. Bo. What is your the thing?
Mine is just on pure personal level. Like when we find the coop penguin and we're going to take it home and it's all cute and adorable. And then suddenly a little penguin, and he's got the little heart thing. And we're going to take him home, and then for some reason we're going to derail this entire fun movie with all its happy songs and sing the saddest like the song, like, I need to call my mom. I'm sad now.
Little Eleanor.
Yeah, no,
right?
fuck this song. Fuck this song. I'm having such a good time watching this movie, and then out of nowhere it's like, hey, we're going to make you cry for 5 minutes. There is no reason the Take the Penguin Home song couldn't have been fun.
I will one up you a step beyond that.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, there is no reason we needed the penguin storyline, dude.
Yeah, that's fair. We really didn't. But if we have to have it, there's no reason it can't be fun.
No, listen. Because, think about it. It's weird enough that the penguin enters the story only because the Arabian prince took it?
Yeah, just because.
What?
Look how much money I got.
It's
I got
not
a
even
penguin.
it's not like we're saying they were already there. They met the penguins by chance. The Arabian no, it is only the Arabian prince has one. It has locket, and they were like, "Oh, parents,
gotta take it home now."
You know what I mean? Like, we could have had a moment where it was like. And it would have been wild, but we could have had a moment where it was like glorious happenstance that they ran into this prince who had kidnapped a penguin they had already met.
Yeah.
But that's not what it is.
Yeah, like they met it earlier when they were picking up one of the dolls. Oh, coop penguin in the Antarctic.
But that's not what we had here.
No.
And again, that is more technically more far-fetched, right? But I'm going to tell you, from a kid point of view, I would have been better with that.
Would have been like, oh, he kidnapped Penguin. We have to rescue him.
We met the parents.
Yeah, we got to take him home.
To say that,
and then we have happy take him home song because we rescued him.
But to say like we don't know the parents, he's dying in a cooler.
Yeah,
we have to get him home or he's dead.
And then we're gonna cry for 5 minutes.
I agree.
How dare you make me feel feelings?
It is very heavy in a movie that has only been fun pop songs sung at 2 octaves higher than they should have been.
Rock and roll.
We're the girls of rock and roll.
Boys, motherfucker.
No, I agree. We're boys of rock and roll.
Them bitches can't sing. Fuck off.
Look, they're all the same
Chipmunk.
though. They're all the same though, really.
I know.
Dude, listen,
it's like the same bitch.
If you go back I want you to go back one more time. I know this isn't offensive to you.
Oh no, really? Do I have to?
Use that glorious resource of Internet Archive that we've already talked about. Watch it one more time. If you watch that, and I promise you, I want you to close your eyes at the point where she is doing her last verse, and you know that it's about to be, like you can tell, she's ramping up to the point to where she's about to be handing the mic off,
doing all that,
right? Yes,
shit.
Okay, close your eyes.
Yeah,
you will not recognize the point where it is supposed to be him until they say the word boy.
Yeah,
and that's with us. That's with us knowing that they're different fucking actors.
Yeah, but that pitch is just...
When they do the effect...
so high.
It gets to a spot where it's so hard for your ear...
You can only go so high, and then it's just like dog range.
Well, unless you got perfect pitch, right? Like, unless you can do it. I don't think you're spotting it.
No.
It's so close that it's wild.
Especially when they're in, like, they're hanging out of the baskets and they're floating away from each other, still trying to scream "boys and girls of rock and roll" at each other.
Again, okay.
If it wasn't for the words, it'd be the same thing.
My favorite song is "Wooly Bully."
But yeah, that's my favorite song.
But my second favorite, okay,
that's my favorite cover though.
No, I not even cover or original. I'll tell you what covers this for us. My favorite song in the movie, "Wooly Bully."
Yeah.
My favorite performance in the movie.
There you go.
Is the boys and girls of rock and roll. Versus girls of rock and roll.
Nice.
Because again, the actual song, "Wooly Bully," their performance, even though it's so stifled and shortened, it's fantastic. It's phenomenal.
I can't even think of the original version of the song. It's always Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yes,
right?
Dude, it is, man.
I know there's an original version.
Well, it's like
I just don't care.
It's like trying to picture the non-Charlie Brown connected Yakety Yak.
Yeah, that's true too.
Right? Like in your head, you always see the Charlie Brown version of it because it's so,
just ingrained in the pop culture.
But performance. Like in the movie, like the way you get to see the characters,
if you want to make somebody watch this movie, that's the clip you show them, is the boys and girls of rock and roll shit, and then surprise them with "Wooly Bully" later while they're actually watching it, and they're gonna be like, "Oh fuck!"
Now I have to say, and I think this will be a great segue to us to let our younger critics have their time to shine,
to come in here to the whole point of why we did this,
is that a year ago, as Bo has mentioned, when I first got my kids to watch this one, the scene that I showed them to get them to watch this one was actually not the boys and girls of rock and roll. It was Wooly Bully. It was Wooly Bully. Because I was just like,
just 180 from what I said.
But I will agree with you. I already have agreed with you.
Yeah.
The performance of girls, but
it's got a laser light show.
We talked about
Parthenon.
We were talking about something else. It was most likely that me and you had done another movie that either Jack was on or Jack watched after. But it was because of that, and we mentioned the grandma movies. Me and you had been talking about grandma movies, and Jack heard that, and he was just like, "What do you mean?" And I brought up this one specifically, and when I brought up this one, I was like, and there are a lot of songs in this movie, but if you were to ask me which one's my favorite, if you were to ask me which one I want to show to you to make you watch it, it's Wooly Bully.
It's fair.
Again, like you said, though, it's because it is a direct cover of another song.
Yeah.
It is more in the zeitgeist. Right,
because we've all heard that string, the bam, 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 bam.
Now my kids had not, and so technically I could have went either way with my children.
Really, it hasn't been reused in some YouTube video
Probably
that they
not.
watched. Oh, that's sad.
So I could have went either way.
Philistines.
Now that being said, I had to be honest with them.
Yeah.
And I'm being honest right now. My favorite we both have already said our favorite in the movie, 100%, Wooly Bully.
Yeah.
Best performance
has to be them jamming out in fucking Greece, right? Dude, especially when you got like David's there and he's like, "Is that them?" I swear to God, that's Alvin and them.
Me and my wife will sing it back and forth to each other after watching the movie.
Fuck yeah.
Boys are rocking. And she'll be like, yeah, I mean, you got to do it. You got to do it, dude. All right.
Couple goals right there. If you're not doing that, you ain't doing it right.
Okay, before we totally wrap up this movie, though, we will be giving you guys a moment for the younger generation.
Yeah, because it's kind of the whole point, wasn't it?
Well, certainly for this one.
Yeah.
Well, for this month.
So who's coming first, Willow or Jack?
Willow. We have Willow first. Willow will be here with me and you.
Awesome.
Unfortunately, your recording schedule for your other podcast. I
have another
plug
show.
It right now. Plug it right now.
I'm going to plug it. I'm going to go, as soon as I'm done here, I got to go record another show, Kentucky Fried Chronology, where I talk about history and drink with my buddy Chuck. As of this recording right now, we are doing the Battle of Hastings. So
But timey-wimey
I don't know when that actual video is coming out. Might be like in June.
Yeah, very different.
Yeah.
But so that I was just saying so that way, in case we forget, is already done before we talk to two children.
Are over.
Yes. Well, because again, that's usually how we end, right? But if we have two other things to do.
Yeah, we got more.
We might forget.
Children coming in.
might forget. So we just needed to go ahead.
Bases covered, bringing the kids.
All right. And so we are doing our special Willow first time talking about a movie. And we are talking about the Chipmunks. What did you think? What do you think about this movie?
I like that hot air balloon.
You like that they're in hot air balloons?
Yeah, and when they shot you, and when that baby paying.
The baby
like
paying.
Baby pinging.
Don't touch the mic.
And I hate like that. When they say woolly wee.
Woolly Bully. Is your favorite song? What's your favorite song? Is it Woolly Bully or is it Boys of Rock and Roll?
Both?
You like both of them?
Yeah.
What are you supposed to sing? What part does Willow sing? If I sing the Boys of Rock and Roll.
I see that you wire.
Yeah, the girls of rock and roll. Because you're a Chipette, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No chipmunk, Chipette.
Yeah. I not know who them owner, like Mama and Dad.
Who their mom and dad? We actually didn't talk about that, but me and Bo said that. Who's the Chipettes' mom and dad?
That's why I say that in the podcast right now.
That is very good. That is a good point on why you said that in the podcast right now.
Yeah, very good.
Is good job. Because we don't see their mom, right? We don't know who their parents are. They're just living willy-nilly.
Yeah, they're just running around.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think they're not that no mom and dad. Maybe.
You think they got no mom and dad? I think the movie doesn't tell us, and that is a problem.
I have a super dark theory.
Whoa, Bo.
That she doesn't need to hear.
Maybe next week, Bo can start the week off with what his dark theory was when he couldn't tell a child.
My dark fam theory on why the Chipettes have no parents.
If future Shane is smart enough to edit this in a way that he can cover it, we will definitely make sure that that's what happens.
Yeah.
All right. We still going to talk to your brother, but do you want to tell people bye?
Yeah, bye.
Good job.
Wave to the people. Wave. Bye.
Bye.
Good job.
Good job.
See you next time.
Yes.
And so now we got Jack. It's his turn. We've already talked to Willow. She told us her favorite parts of the movie. But, Bud, we got to check with you. You're our critic. You're our little critic. You're the one who's got experience here. Yep. What do you think about the Chipmunk Adventure?
I like when they said Woolly Bully.
You like the Woolly Bully song?
And
what's your favorite song?
Girls of Rock and Roll.
You like the competition?
Yeah,
the competition song. Yeah. We are the boys of rock and roll. It's a good song.
I like when they at the end when he was in the police car.
Oh yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
Why?
He was like adventurous while he was trying to find his kids. And yeah. I like when your grandma has the music in the song.
Oh, Miss Miller when she's singing in the car?
Yeah.
What song was she singing? You remember?
Ooh ee ah ching ching chang
walla walla
bing bang.
Ooh ee.
It's the father of that Dave.
The guy who did the original Dave voice. That's right.
Yep.
You're right.
I like when they found out the plushies had money inside
Diamonds
of them.
and
Diamond
money? Some had diamonds.
Yeah, some had
money.
money.
Which ones were diamonds? Which ones were money?
I think diamonds would be the things they found, and the money would be
what they left behind?
Yeah.
Okay. Me and Bo just weren't sure either. We were talking about it. We were like, I can't tell which one's which.
Yeah. I like when the king of when the girls went to the
Arabia.
Yeah, and they
met the prince.
Yep, and it was the prince was the voice of the Simpsons.
Bart. It's Bart.
Yeah, it's Bart.
That's crazy.
Bart Simpson.
All right. Well, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You've been I told everybody already that you've been watching this one for like the last year, right?
Yeah.
We started watching this a while ago.
Yeah.
You didn't even know we'd do it for the podcast. You just liked watching it.
Yeah.
But I did also, buddy, already tell people what we're going to watch next week.
Oh, the Wizard.
And how excited you are to watch The Wizard. That's right.
A lot. Don't think it's the Wizard of Oz.
It's got nothing. It's nothing to do with magic.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Anything you want to tell everybody before we go?
California.
How about anything you want to tell people about this?
Like and subscribe.
There you go. All right, buddy.
Wasn't that great?
Love those kids. Glad that they got to have their moment in the sun to talk about what they loved.
I like it when we get to introduce young children to great things.
Well, and that's what this month is about.
Yes.
So on that, first let's say, God damn it, you guys. This is amazing.
Ace Imperial Peach Cider.
I can't wait.
We're done. I've
run
listen,
out. No, listen. I can't wait for whatever stoner movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because
because there's more high.
The high is not the name of the peach one. The high is like a branding for a variety of.
Like a blueberry, peach, like apple cider.
I think I saw a strawberry for sure. Ooh. I don't know about anything else.
Hell yeah.
But we'll keep an eye out. We have some plans for that.
How high or something.
But on that, I have to say, especially, I don't know if this is the nostalgia vibes of the movie bled over. We talked about this before, how it was like, this is like peach soda, and it feels like a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm 3 cans deep of 8% on this cider. And I feel like a kid on Saturday morning after watching some
I want my cereal, and I want to watch fucking Johnny Quest and whatever the fuck's on Cartoon Network. Hell yeah.
Fun times.
Way to go. Go Ace. Try some Ace California Imperial Peach, high, gluten-free, vegan. I'm just reading everything that's on 8%, the can. 8%.
Those are all the things that we can see on this can.
6 12-ounce cans, APV.
All right, I think you're covered.
There's clouds and peaches.
We're good.
All right, I'm
We're
done.
good. It was a good time. We love you guys. It was fun. But Bo, tell them what we're drinking next time, and I will let them know what we were watching.
Next time, we are going to be doing Third Eye Brewing Company's Untapped Potential, a Kolsch-style ale. It's like Russian, right?
Kolsch is just like, it's German. Kolsch.
German, like Bavarian or something
it's umlauts.
Yeah, it's dots got the little dots over the U.
That's a German. Okay. Dots over umlaut. Again, you hear the word umlaut. What does that sound like? This sounds German.
Yeah.
It's not Russian.
Umlaut. Klaus and Claudia. They have
plus they're beer people.
Beer,
Well, they're beer people. So
totally.
Kolsch. Trust me when I say.
So
I know this.
You want to drink like an East German bad guy. Here you go.
Now on to the movie, because that reference has nothing to do with what we're doing.
To do with it.
And the name is maybe Season of Loose Ends. We have also already pointed out at the beginning of this episode, this is a month of children's episodes.
We had to make the kids happy. We had to make it work. Just go with us.
Well, and we said 2 were super loose and 2 had decent connections. So both kids picked their very favorite, absolute wanted to do movies first. And so the loose connections came from these. So Willow's was this, Chipmunks?
Yep. There's clouds, and we're up high.
Jack's was second, and Jack said he wanted. Remember, I will point this out. This is a throwback. We did Little Monsters, and I said Jack did not want to watch Little Monsters, but I told everybody he did watch Wizard,
surprisingly,
and he was ready for his time to shine.
That's the movie this movie from like 1983.
No, 89. 89. It was way later.
Really?
Yeah. Way later. Mario 3.
Mario 3, yeah.
Is like announced in this one.
That's right.
So, untapped potential. You get it?
I mean,
he's a kid who
has
untaps
his gaming potential to win the tournament and go to California.
Look, guys, we tried to find both a beer that just, although I now realize since this says California
on it. It's a little late, dude. I just realized it too as soon as I said it.
But even beyond that, we did try to look for Wizard. We tried to look for some specifics.
Fuck, we would have took just a picture of an old man with a pointy hat.
No, we had that.
Yeah, but it said backwoods on it.
Bastard.
Yeah. Surely we could do something with that, though.
We've used one of theirs for something.
Yeah.
Because they do the breakfast stouts, and we did a breakfast stout.
Yeah, we did that one.
Well, even all of them with that guy, because it's like old bastard breakfast stout or some dumb. I don't know. Stop trying to. I'm on the spot. You're not putting me on the spot. I just am because I'm trying to remember something.
I like to test you and see how good you are.
Well, I failed this time, so let's finish it up. So next time, though, we are going to be doing Fred Savage, The Wizard, Mario 3,
Nintendo,
the Power Glove, all the things.
No, dude, the Power Glove.
It's almost wild to me we've not done this already.
Didn't somebody Did you have the Power Glove? Or
I
Ron
did.
had the
I had it.
You had it?
I had it.
Did it
for
work?
A short amount of time?
Did it work?
Shh. We'll save this.
Yeah, we'll save that.
This makes way more sense.
Tune in next week to find out if the Power Glove works. If you truly have the power.
On that, though, I believe we are done because we've even covered the throw off to Bo's other podcast already. So
like, comment, subscribe to this podcast. Check out my other one. Tune in next week for all the fun video game antics and adults that don't know how controllers work.
And more talk from kids.
Yep, and more kids. We look forward to the Willow and Jack show.
They have a month.
A whole month of it.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ooh ah ah, ching chang, walla walla bing bang. Ooh ee ooh ah ah, ching chang, walla walla bing bang.